in a Muay Thai fight. And like I said, you see someone like Cameron Reynolds, that man looks like he's been doing quite a bit of grappling for a while. Yeah. God, when you look at the wingspan difference between these two, those are some arms on Malik Lee.
But I don't know if it's coming through the broadcast, if you guys at home can see, but here in real life, Cameron Reynolds.
This is an intense setup right now.
Yeah.
This is Cameron Reynolds and Malik Lee are ready to get at it. This is great to see, and these are two physical specimens, and I'm kind of blown away at like what looks to be the reach advantage of Malik Lee.
Yeah, we'll see. I certainly think he.
Yeah, there is some absolute intensity in the room for this matchup right now.
Ready to sprawl. That's all I'm going to say. All right, Malik Lee versus Cameron Reynolds getting started here. Conflict 50. This is at 160
big
pounds.
overhanded shot from Cameron Reynolds, and there it is. Just a heavy shot from the get-go, but that's the way to do it.
When you're built like that, that's what you do, baby.
You might as well,
you go in there and
Malik
you
Lee
get that
did the right
takedown.
thing. He started out with the jab fight, but Cameron also did the right thing of overhand and shoot.
Yeah. It's tough being a Muay Thai guy, right? Like, everybody's just going to shoot on you pretty much immediately. You got to be ready.
Well, you have to be ready to not fight a Muay Thai fight in MMA.
Right.
You have to be comfortable, adjust your base, adjust your footwork, adjust your kicking style. If you're trying to throw power kicks on the feet in MMA, and you're not named Edson Barboza, you're probably getting taken down.
I was thinking, like, the two people that I think have done the best.
Cameron Reynolds going for a can opener here, it looks like.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh, my goodness. Is he going for a can opener?
Oh.
Is he? I don't know what
this is a crazy defense.
I don't know what Malik Lee is doing. Okay.
Well, I mean, it worked. I mean, maybe he was just showing the ref that he was still there. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the can opener is not really a submission. That's more of just a, oh my God, I think my neck's breaking.
I saw Michael Allen's son, Wonder Bread Allen.
But yeah, it looked like Malik Lee was tucked up inside him on
it
that
sucks.
for a second.
I mean, especially when it's a guy like Cameron Reynolds built like that.
Yeah,
built like Bane from The Dark Knight Rises.
And Cameron Reynolds doing a great job of trying to step over to half guard to keep things to cage. Malik Lee is keeping his hips active, looking for frames, pushing off.
Yeah, that's
But you
great.
can see Cameron Reynolds is really just gluing himself back to him, not allowing any space.
Cameron Reynolds is fighting like he's been eating nothing but acai since he was 6 years old.
Smart move, Cameron Reynolds moved the fight away from the cage.
Yeah.
If you're a striker, you have to know how to use the cage as a tool to get back to your feet.
Yeah, unless you're worried about that guard, that's the only reason to take it into the fence. You can neutralize that guard.
Malik Lee is doing the right thing. He's kind of looking. He has to be a bit more active with his hips. You know, he's in the guard, but his hips have to be where your butt cheeks are pointing to is where you're going to go.
Well, he has to beat out the leg, right? Like, he's shrimping. He's doing a little bit of the right thing, but you got to reintroduce your leg.
But he's shrimping from the legs, and he's not pulling his hips back in.
You see how he's trying to, like, move the leg, like, around the arm of and that's tough when they've got their arm extended.
Well,
like
I think
that.
he's addressing more of pushing on the head instead of looking for maybe butterfly hooks or knee shields or hip pressure or a hip control out.
You're just not going to do that against a guy like this.
No, yeah,
you're not going to be able to just stand up.
He's putting the fight into the wrong place,
right.
And because he's putting that fight up to the head, that's giving Cameron that extra drive to push him wherever he wants to. So now Cameron's going to work him back to the cage for a more dominant position. And this is kind of like, this is ring control for a grappler. Is that like that's what he's doing, you know? He's saying, all right, well, if that's what you're doing, I'm going to push you back to a place where you don't want to be either. So if he goes back to the cage, he's back to the cage on his terms. See what I mean? Yeah, like he felt Malik looking for the cage to get back up, pulls him away, takes him back to it for his cage control.
Oh, looking at a buggy choke? Oh,
or
man.
was that
I
buggy
don't
choke
know
or
what
the
he was
vaporizer?
Yeah. Vaporizer. Well, Malik Lee possibly on the receiving end of a 10-8 round there. I mean, I don't really think he got a single shot off.
Really, like I was calling it when I saw the guy walk out, I was like, he's definitely got, coming from a Gibson Saw school, a lot of grappling experience. And you could see Gibson Saw telling him, away from the cage, now back to the cage. And that's what I would tell my strikers, hey, to the ropes, off the ropes, pull him into what's next. He took Malik Lee away from his one advantage from the cage, pulled him onto the mat, put him back to the cage, but for his control. Went right to side control from there. That was a great move from Cameron Phillips. I really enjoyed Cameron Reynolds. Who is Cameron Phillips?
All right, Malik Lee knows the deal now. The cat's out of the bag. We're looking to grapple.
At this point, Malik Lee needs kind of like start off with like a Hail Mary to make Cameron kind of stay at bay.
How about just a knee up the middle? Let's keep it simple. I mean, I don't know why a lot of guys don't do
well, because you also don't want to be on the wrong end of a DQ, but there's that head kick, but he gets taken down right from it.
But he's already beat out. Oh, nice
Heavy
job by
shoulder
Cameron Reynolds.
pressure.
He pummels in on the guard.
Yeah.
And he's not looking to stall here. He was looking for ground and pound the entire last round, and now he's got a lot more time to work.
Yeah, and Cameron is a thick individual. I can hear his ground and pound through the headset. That was a heavy body shot.
Yeah.
Looked like he was going for wrist control behind the back, going for
He's
maybe
trying
it
to
could be
stuff.
right.
Yeah, he's trying to stuff that wrist under his leg. That's a better strategy than just trying to like swing your leg out and beat it manually. But against a guy who's obviously on this level, there's just a skill difference in the grappling here. So if you get to this point,
when you have a grappler, you have to try and get as much between you and them. That's the hard part, is that you have to pull your arms and legs back to yourself, but you have this person in front of you. You need to get all your forearms and chins in between you and them.
pummeling from the guard. Cameron Reynolds just raining down blows when he can.
Looks like Malik is now kind of just holding on to stay, to not get into a less than favorite position. Ooh, great transition from Cameron. Very, very smooth.
And now he's looking to creep around, but
sitting over for a head and arm.
He just smashes him.
It looks like he's going to start looking for. Oh, goes right to full mount.
Now Malik
for a
Lee,
second, it looked like he was going to set up for a head and arm to go to the side. We saw Malik transition, and then Cameron rode the knee back over to full mount.
Yeah, exactly.
That was really slick. That was awesome.
Now Malik Lee's turning. I think this is what Cameron Reynolds wants. Cameron Reynolds is a ground and pound.
He's about to start looking
to
push away from this pretty much is like schoolyard headlock control and start finding some heavy shots.
I mean, that's one thing I really appreciate about Cameron Reynolds' grappling in this match so far, is that there's been not a ton of urgency. He's looking for the openings. He's not really looking to blow his position here or anything like that at the cost of, potentially losing a round or ending up on bottom or having to stand with this guy who's obviously really gifted at Muay Thai.
Man, even that short punch right there, I heard that from across the cage.
I think if he can just posture up and rain down shots, it'll be a lot of trouble, but he doesn't want to blow the positional advantage of smashing Malik down here.
Well, Cameron's doing a smart thing. He's using, oh, there we go. He was using his head control to make Malik bait to the wrong defense.
And
he wasn't using his arms to hold him there. He used his head and core posture, running down some
intelligent defense going on, in my opinion, from Malik Lee there.
Yeah, this is the only thing he can do is kind of go to his back and maybe get hit a little bit less. But Cameron did a great job of just...
He's not interested in the hooks in the back either.
At all.
He's just smashing him down.
Yeah. Well, at this point, you can see that Cameron Reynolds' hips are just that much more dominant than Malik's. And if you've wrestled before and you feel someone go belly down like that, you're going to beat him with hips and not hooks.
Perfect fight so far for Cameron Reynolds.
Man, big fan of Cameron Reynolds' grappling.
Yeah, he's a monster on the ground for sure.
And Cameron Phillips, if you're out there, I'm sure I'll be a fan of you too.
He's like an accountant from Maryland.
I know, and I just made his day. Hope you're watching, bud. Happy birthday. Man, big fan of Cameron Reynolds' grappling style here. He did a great job of, like I said, Malik Lee was going back to just trying to push on that head. So Cameron Reynolds just used his core and his head to keep him pinned down. Kind of kept the underhooks and postured up and rained. Man, that was a great move.
You look how the body language from Malik Lee. He's wearing this fight right now.
Yeah.
And Cameron Reynolds looks like he's ready to go another 30 rounds.
Man, Cameron Reynolds looks like he is not slowing down. Malik Lee is ready to try and just start firing off the bat, it looks.
We know what he has to do. Can he do it? If he gets taken down again by Cameron Reynolds, I think we could be looking at a finish here. He might just be too tired to fend off.
Ooh! Threw that tight knee up the middle, and they just knocked over the monitor. That fight is right back in front of us. Had to use my dad reactions to catch that monitor, bud. Man.
All
Thank
right.
God it wasn't my right hand. I would have missed.
Cameron Reynolds here, right in front of the commentator's booth, smashing down on Malik Lee.
Yeah, I think the whole cage shifted from that takedown. It really felt like it.
It's been the story of the whole fight and the whole night for Malik Lee here.
But hey, Malik did try to do the right